off at 4 to 5 to 1. And the Santa Anita Derby, masterful advocate. He has been wire to wire in his last 3 races. You got to bet on him, so you heard it first right here.
And let me tell you something. In addition to studying the bowling sheet, Mr. Nelson Burton must get that racing form once in a while. Good job. Both are 1 1/8 races as these baby 3-year-olds now being extended. And this is a baby bowler that, with 8 strikes in the last and a big victory, has opened and put the pressure on this 43-year-old from Parkersburg, West Virginia, Sam Flanagan. First appearance this year and his first since 1984. Watch him. Interesting.
The man whose philosophy used to be, I'd rather sit than walk, rather walk than run, is coming back. He has changed his lifestyle, not his bowling style, and has really been a factor here this week.
And the 6'3" bowler who sneaks to the line, left the 6'10". Here's a profile replay of Sam the Man.
Lang, who is a excellent all-around athlete, at 6 feet 3 inches tall, creeps through the foul line, has a somewhat high backswing, under control, down low, stays down with a shot. I'll tell you what, if he stays down with a shot like that, Chris, he's going to give Randy Pedersen a tough match. 6'10" across lane.
All right, Sam, who in 1959 played an exhibition match in Columbus, Ohio, against Jack Nicklaus.
And Sam is now currently a 3 handicap player, did a lot of caddying in his younger day, and that reminds me of one of Sam Flanagan's good bowling buddies out here was Bill Johnson. We see his son Randy out here somewhat bowling. He took Jack Nicklaus to the sudden death in the NCAA golfing championship. So if you want to play the Pro Bowlers Tour, bring your bowling ball and your golf clubs.
Sam gets that strike in the 2nd frame.
Well, you just couldn't walk down and place it down there 60 feet away from the foul line. Sam lets the ball do the work. A nice, smooth, easy roll. And when you see the 10-pin falling in towards the 9-pin like that, Chris, you can bet that that player has the absolute perfect angle and speed on the lane. So Flanagan has the left lane under control. Now let's see what his young adversary has to offer.
Leaving the 10-pin on the right lane, the winner of the last match, Pedersen.
The solid 10 as Randy reaches back for another ball. He's quickly up on the approach. Cross lane. Randy, who is obviously a junior bowler. He started bowling at the age of 8. His first game, 93. He finished his first junior program with a 103 average. Had some help from his dad, who is a left-handed bowler, but a 185 average. Now here's the national champ, 3rd frame.
Strike in the 3rd. The winner of this match will meet the professional from St. Louis, Rowdy Morrow, 24-year-old, looking for that elusive victory. Sam has 2 championships. Watch this. Thought he had them all, but it's a 10-pin.
Important shot for Sam as he really wanted it to get out to the early lead. He was a pinch high in the 1st frame on this left-hand lane, made the adjustment, stayed with the shot, and the key for Sam Flanagan is to stay down. Now he quickly to the ball return rack, and the reason the players change balls so often, Chris, is they take a shiny ball or a low surface friction ball to control it for the spares. They don't want that big hook ball that they use for their first shot to affect their accuracy on a single pin shot.
Earlier, Bo asked Sam Flanagan about his new goals in bowling.
Well, Bo, I'll be 44 my birthday. And although I'm bowling real well right now, I realize that my future out here can be somewhat limited. And I'm looking forward to the senior bowling tour. I would like to do, as a senior, what Don January has done in the golf seniors. I would like to win more money and a lot more titles as a senior player than I did in all my years on the regular tour.
Well, that's an admirable thought. Right now they have, I believe, 3 seniors tournaments, Chris, and hopefully they'll have it up to 9 or 10 seniors tournaments in the next few years, as a lot of the great bowlers are looking forward to that. The Earl Anthonys and the Dave Sutars, the Dave Davises are all closing in on 50, so that should be another tour that we may even see every once in a while here on ABC.
And this, of course, a horrible eye-opener for Sam Flanagan. Watch the result.
Sam has the ball go just a little bit high, and he doesn't get a good break at all. He leaves the 4 and 9 pins, and what Sam must do is get the ball to the left of the 4 pin and slide it over into the 9 pin. Now, he must go for this shot. It's a high percentage shot for the pro bowlers. He can slide the ball, get the ball over here left of the 4 pin, slide it right over into the 9 pin. I would say the percentage for pros are about 3 to 1.
All-out effort, leaving the 2 pins 66-4, a 14-pin lead for Randy Pedersen. Third game. Okay, while we were away, because we're running behind our 90-minute time segment, Randy Pedersen, the leader, in the 4th frame, left the 6-10 covered with a spare. Now in the 5th, he's left the 10. Another spare. Leading by 13 pins now against veteran Sam Flanagan of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Bo, we had a television tournament in Parkersburg, Sam's hometown, way back on the tour.
1965, Chris, and
you remember?
I remember. I believe Ed Lebansky won the. No, it was Fred Lenning that won the tournament, and I went down to defeat to either Ed Lebansky or Fred Lenning. Good memory.
Didn't nudge the 7 off the deck.
All right, Sam pretty close all the way around. The first frame he was a little high, left the 6-10. Since then he's been around the pocket. Nothing good has happened for Sam. Solid strike in the 2nd. Once again, he left the 10 pin in the 3rd, a 4-9 in the 4th, and a wall shot 7 here in the 5th. So Sam, who rarely beats himself, still trails by 13 pins through 5 frames, but a lot of bowling left in this match.
Oh, quick question. Briefly, requirements to become a pro on the tour, average and so forth.
Well, Chris, there's actually 2 basic categories. The touring pro, the players you see out here most every week, and that category, there's about 100 players that fall into that category. And then there's the obviously what we call regional members, and there's probably 2,900 of those. Now, what you need to have is a 190 average over a 2-year period to qualify for the PBA. Fill in an application, attend the PBA school, a letter of credit, and so on and so forth and then you're ready for the tour. Now, here's the money winners so far this year.
Look what you can win, huh? There's Pedersen with over 55. Morrow, who will be up next, 21. Bramwell, 15. Soper, 9. And Flanagan, with only 1,800, could use a winner's check. All right, in the 6th frame, a strike for the man who today is going to win more wherever he finishes than he has all year. Good news.
Well, Chris, the rhythm obviously set by Sam Flanagan has definitely turned this match around. Randy Pedersen red hot the first match, 258. I think the rhythm of Sam Flanagan has thrown off Pedersen. Obviously, Flanagan always thinking a match game player. There's nothing wrong with it. He's not laughing at what I said, but obviously Pedersen's action has slowed down.
Okay. It's back to his form, and like playing golf, I'm one of those that likes to go, hit the ball quickly.
Well, Chris, in match play competition, not much of a golfer, as you've seen me swing at the golf ball, but obviously in bowling, when you're hot, I like to bowl very quickly, like Randy Pedersen is doing. And if you're trailing or your opponent likes it very, very quickly, slow it down a little bit. So Pedersen doing the best he can to keep up the pace.
There where he can dedicate the pace, he has doubled. And he is out to a 23-pin lead. We'll be back. As we try to make up some time, we bowled through. It's the reason for it. Sam Flanagan with a strike up. Got another one, a double, crossing over to get it. Now he'll be shooting in the 8th frame, can cut it to 3. We're in our semifinal match, Flanagan and Pedersen.
Sam a little bit worried on the left-hand lane, has taken 2 re-racks on that lane and has obviously gone a little bit high. He left the 4-9 there in just a very important situation in the 4th frame. Here once again he leaves the 4-pin here in the 8th frame. An easy spare for Sam as he once again jumps quickly up on the approach. He will trail by 14 with this conversion.
So Pedersen now, the double up, shooting in the 8th frame, leading by 14. Rowdy Morrow practicing off to the right. He is the tournament leader who will meet the winner of this semifinal game.
Once again, Randy Pedersen, fingertip grip on the middle finger, and on the ring finger what we call a drop semi-grip. So he has a grip very similar to Marshall Holman.
This is a fantastic competitor. He just gave Flanagan a look.
Chris, you picked it up, and then he let the ball do the final talking on that particular frame as he's picked up the pace. He is a competitor. He's not letting the veteran get the best of him. Look at that Randy Pedersen. He's telling him who's the boss. And right now, with another shot like that, he'll have a commanding 34-pin lead, 9th frame.
Champion again gives Flanagan one of those looks.
I'll tell you what, we're talking about the wily manner of Sam Flanagan. Randy Pedersen has really worked on Sam Flanagan's emotions right here. He's trying to get Sam aggravated, mad, trying to make him bowl more quickly. And he's worked on Sam's emotions. And I know I've stood there and had an opponent such as Dick Weber, an aggressive Dick Weber, attack a laid-back player like myself and Sam, and it's a matter of controlling your emotions. Sam must strike here to stay in the match.
And he gets that foundation strike in the 9th. He can be tough. And U.S. Amateur Boxing Championships from Buffalo live, plus 2 other live events. Florida Derby from Florida, and the Santa Anita Derby from California, plus the Athlete of the Week award.
Chris, and one of the boxers from my home area, the St. Louis area, that's produced fighters such as the Spinks, Nick Kajuris. You said you liked him, and he looks really sharp. So we'll get to see him right after the finals of the Professional Bowlers Tour. Now, Sam Flanagan must strike or it's all over.
And then this, the 4-6-7.
Sam, who struggled on this championship here last night in the final game, the 42nd game, once again has lanes 23 and 24 is undoing. He's quickly on the approach. He's just going for 2 pins. Randy Pedersen's going to win the match, Chris, and it will be Randy Pedersen against Rowdy Morrow in the final.
183 for Flanagan, the yellow shirt, the man in green. All right, again with 5 in a row, this man has clinched it. He will go for his 2nd title in as many weeks against Rowdy Morrow.